Well, hello there, folks. How are you? It's lovely to see you again as usual, and I hope that I find you very well indeed. And it's that time of the week again. It's Sunday, it's 6 o'clock, so that can only mean it's meals of the week. So thanks for joining us again this week. Just have a wee look at what I've made for the family meals throughout the week. And if you're new and it's your first time here, my name's Cheryl. This is What's for Tea. It'd be lovely to have you back again. So if you do like these kinds of videos, please consider subscribing just before you go. So on Monday, we had lasagna, and I say this every time I show lasagna. If you can, try and make it the day before, because when you put it onto your plate, it doesn't slide all over the place like this one does. You know, it just comes out in a perfect square. But if you can't make it the day before and you've got to put it out in the same day, it just tastes exactly the same. It just doesn't look as pretty on the plate. So I've got some chips there on the side, and I've got some rocket tomato, olive oil with a wee bit of salt and pepper on the top. Just nice and simple, and I think that goes really well with the warm lasagna. So this is the lasagna here. Perfect when it came out of the dish, not so perfect on the plate, but like I said, just delicious nonetheless. This is one of my favourite things. You just cannot go wrong with sheets of pasta and the beef ragu, and I like to put mushrooms and carrots and onions and tomatoes and all sorts of things, you know, through my beef ragu. But it's just lovely. Like I said, one of our favourites. Does take a wee while to make. It's a bit of a faff, but it's worth it in my opinion. And then moving on to Tuesday, more pasta, but this time it's penny pasta. So I'm going to call this one chicken penny, but it's got everything in there. There's chicken, mushrooms, tomatoes, there's sun-dried tomatoes in here as well, onions, peppers, cream, chicken stock, you name it, it's all in here. Plenty of herbs as well. Finished off with some black pepper and parmesan. This is the Tesco finest penny rigati, and it's just lovely. I didn't think there'd be much of a difference, you know, between the penny pastas, but there really is. Highly recommended, and you'll see that in my wee shopping haul if you watched it the other day. Another one you'll have seen if you watched this video recipe the other day was our toad in the hole, and this was this week's recipe video. So you haven't seen this yet, I will link it in the description box down below, just in case you want to go and watch this and make it for yourself. But it is essentially a very lovely puffy Yorkshire pudding, and I've baked some pork sausages into this. You can use all sorts of sausages for this, but we like the pork links from the butcher, and this one came out really well. So like I said, I will leave it down below just in case you want to go and watch this and make it for yourself. This is lovely with a nice rich onion gravy over the top, or your favourite sides. But we have had baked beans, of course, with this kind of thing. It just goes so well. And some of you in the comments when I put the recipe video up said, you know, you've never ever tried baked beans with Yorkshire pudding. Give it a go. It's surprisingly tasty, and you can even have, you know, mashed potato or chips or whatever at the side of this. We kept it really basic with the baked beans, but yeah, you can add all sorts of things. Make this as much of a meal as you like. And this is it here, just out of the oven, and you can see how nicely this is puffed up as well. I think it's due to the heat of the oil that's in the pan, and obviously letting your batter rest for as long as you can will give you a beautiful rise, you know, a beautifully risen Yorkshire pudding every time. But do go and watch the video. I will leave it a link down below for you. And then moving on to Thursday, more baked beans. We like baked beans, and I know a lot of you come from me in the comments about the baked beans, but we do like baked beans, and some of you just do not like baked beans, but we do. So I've just got a wee pie there with the baked beans and a jacket potato as well. And lots of you have been asking about these jacket potatoes. I buy these frozen from the brand McCain, but prior to them being frozen, because you buy them from the frozen section, they have already been slow baked. So all you're really doing is heating them or warming them back through. So they're already cooked, so you're bringing them back to life. So yeah, they are lovely, and you know, they're perfect every time. And that's a cheese, onion and potato pie just at the back, and the baked beans, like I said, and I pop some cheese into the beans as well. So the cheese from the pie, the cheese from the beans, the potato and the cheese sauce in the pie, and the jacket potato just all goes really well together. How many times did I say potato there? And then on to Friday, I made chicken hot pot. So I haven't had this for ages either, and this is one of my absolute favourites, but it just takes a wee bit of time to put together, and most days I just don't have the time, but I had time on Friday, so I made the chicken hot pot. So I've got some garden peas on the side, and this is just a lovely creamy chicken stew with sliced potato and cheese on the top, and then I just put it into the oven or under the grill just until the potato goes nice and crispy, and there's garlic in there, there's cream in there, herbs, onions. It's just lovely. Like I said, it does take a wee bit of time to do, so perfect if you've got a wee bit of extra time in your day to put it together. And then moving on to yesterday, we were out at the Italian again. We were here a couple of weeks ago for my birthday, so we've gone back with a couple of friends this time, and I just had to get the same as what I got the last time because it was just so delicious. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't as good this time, but it was still really tasty. So that's my pasta. It's pappardelle with a slow cooked ragu, parmesan on the top, some focaccia bread with the oil and the vinegar dip, and then afterwards I did have a wee bit of room left and I went for their tiramisu. It wasn't the best tiramisu I've ever had, but it was really tasty. And here's a quick wee look at the menu, because I know that lots of you like to have a quick look at the menu, so you can pause this if you like, but I will zoom in and show you. So this was my pasta here. So it was bello di nonna. I also had a glass or two of red wine, so I had a Chianti as well, and that was my tiramisu. Then moving on to today, more chicken. So we had chicken casserole this time. I did get some chicken from the local butcher, and I had some chicken in the freezer as well, and I don't like to have chicken hanging around too long. You know, I do like to, even if it's in the freezer, I do like to try and get it made as quickly as I can. So this was using the chicken chasseur seasoning sort of packet that you get, and you just make it up according to the instructions on the back. So it's a chicken in a kind of thick winey gravy with mushrooms. I flattened down the chicken breast a wee bit and some tender stem broccoli on the side, and this is it here just out of the oven bubbling away. And I also added some wee baby potatoes as well, which wasn't on the back of the pack, but I thought that'd be a nice addition. So that's everything that we had this week. So thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, that's if you're still here, and a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on the Patreon page and to the channel members here as well. And if you're a new Patreon supporter or channel member and your name isn't there yet, it will be shortly. I do update those about once a month, so it will be there soon. And thank you all for watching. Like I said, leaving your lovely comments, for those that share the videos as well, for those that have bought me a super thanks and bought me a coffee with the Buy Me a Coffee link. It's all very much appreciated. I'll catch up with you during the week. Take care and bye for now. Bye now.